close tough. Nothing happened. We're here for one inning or whatever. Yeah. We used to have, he was professional, right? He had different rules, and you could run the guy at second.
Today's Marshall Massey designated hitter is number 33, Ian Winchester. For each RBI that the HarbourCats designated hitter gets in today's game, Marshall Massey Warriors will donate $50 to the charity of their choice. Duncan's own Red Arrow Brewing Company creates beer with personality that has meaning to Vancouver Island. Beer crafted to be intriguing, untamed, and free. This year, Red Arrow turns things up with our signature Ballpark Blonde, a lager-style ale available here, on tap around Victoria, and in stores across BC. It's already a Ballpark favorite. Back again this season, every Wednesday is Winning Wednesday. On Wednesdays only, all Red Arrow products are $6. Wilson's Transportation is the official transportation provider of the Victoria HarbourCats. When your HarbourCats are on the road away from Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park, you can count on Wilson's to get them there safely.
Well, it was such a cool type of thing.
Do you want to give a HarbourCat a home away from home? Please consider becoming a host family benefits will leader for many of our players. Perks include season tickets, monetary compensation, and the fun of having the top-level college baseball players staying with your family. To learn more or to sign up, please email hostfamily@harbourcats.com. That's hostfamily@harbourcats.com. If you're feeling hungry, be sure to check out our great assortment of food trucks as well as the city concession featuring new and improved jumbo dogs. Complete with the return of fried onions for those that love them. We also welcome the return of Greek on the Street, mini donuts, lemon heaven, and Sub-Zero ice cream. And a brand new hello goes out to Pepperoni, Beaver Tails, Domino's Pizza, and La Authentique Poutine. Please keep a close watch out for occasional guest food trucks throughout the summer. The HarbourCats would like to thank you for attending today's game and remind you that bats, balls, and other objects may leave the field at any time and can cause serious injury. Please remain alert at all times while enjoying today's game. The HarbourCats want to ensure that Wilson's Group Stadium at RAP is a family-friendly environment. If you notice a disturbance in the crowd or feel uncomfortable at any point, simply head to the info booth or speak to the nearest Cats usher or staff member. Fans of our staff and fan experience team use radios from Victoria Mobile Radio, the official two-way radio communications supplier of the Victoria HarbourCats. Check them out at www.vicmobile.com for all their products and services. If you can't make it to a game in person, be sure to check out our live streaming broadcast online and airing on Shaw Television. Multiple angles, instant replay, and more. This year, don't miss a single game. Broadcasting services provided by Chris Jaycox Productions. Your local professional specializing in live broadcasting, media, and creative design. Visit chrisjaycox.com for more information. For highlights and replays of tonight's game, be sure to visit our Facebook page for HarbourCats Game 5. A 5-minute condensed version of the entire game. Fans, the game day program is your key to winning, and it is now digital. Scan one of the many QR codes all over the park or visit go.harbourcats.com to get access to the program and then find the menu link to our game day contest. You can also head to the info booth to see Mikey, and he can give you an old-fashioned paper ballot to fill in.
Holy Christ, Philadelphia and stuff, it's just like, it's gross. It's like Pandora times the mouth. I don't know. It's quality of income, I guess. A lot of rich and a lot of really. But what do you give a guy $1 million for like, you know, a year? And you know what this? That's what happened when everybody just got to work from home and serve. It all happened. All we got is inflation and nobody's working.
Am I going to risk everything that I have to try to make extra money?
People will do. People will stay home. You still can't. Look at all the supplies and stuff because people don't want to work. No, that's a waste. I think the shelter though has some of therapy and training and stuff.
I mean, I don't know about, but you get the it's just drugs, food, smoke,
At CalTire.com, you can book appointments, find promotions,
here's some food.
and read the latest customer reviews. Start your dog purchase at CalTire.com today.
What do you mean, Paul?
Summer fancy for a swimming dog.
Now they feel like, well, it's
Tickets start in store.
I don't know if
Extra
that's
10% off your next purchase. Dogs deliver home deals every day.
Steelers like it. Now,
well, I see everything. Yeah.
oh yeah?
I would you go buy drugs and
Some of them want them.
no, but most guys are not.
I know, it's bizarre.
They'll be gone soon enough.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go down to the field. Here is Zach Swanson in his debut.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's school spirit game here for the game between your Victoria HarbourCats and the Port Angeles Lefties. We'd like to welcome a special dignitary joining us today. It's Corey Delacotte from the city of Port Angeles joining us today. Please give him a warm welcome. This week's opening series is brought to you by Starlight Developments, the future of Harris Green Village. We're now going to have our ceremonial first pitch, as today's game is sponsored by Mayfair Optometric Clinic. We're going to have Dr. Stephen Taylor out for the opening pitch. We'd like to thank Mayfair Optometric for all the work that they do in our community, including Mary Lou Newbold, who was the Chamber Member of the Year and a great member in our community. If we can have a catcher out to catch the opening pitch. As number 10, Jordan Bond, to catch the opening pitch from Dr. Stephen Taylor. And all the way there for a strike. And now we go back up to the booth with David.
All right, everybody, here is Harvey the HarbourCat. Come on, you can do better than that. Welcome the Harvey back to the ballpark. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the U.S. and Canadian national anthems. Brought to you by Herald Engineering Limited, Vancouver Island's consulting engineers for 25 years. Here to perform the national anthems today is Catherine Beckett.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets around below, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, it saved us that star-spangled banner yet waved. Oh, the land of the free and the hope of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true hatred, love, and all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada,
7. And here's today's starting lineup for your Victoria HarbourCats. Leading off and playing left field, number 31, Grady Morgan. Batting second, the shortstop, number 22, Luke Cheng. Batting third, the center fielder, Joseph Redfield. Hitting in the cleanup spot, the first baseman, Jake Skipworth. The DH today is number 6, Colton Moore. Batting sixth, number 17, the right fielder, Clark Henry. Batting seventh, number 13, the catcher, Russell Young. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 53, Aiden Aguilar. And batting ninth, Victoria's own, playing third base, Jordan Bond. Today's starting pitcher, number 37, Loretto Siniskelchi.
Hello and welcome everybody, live inside Royal Athletic Park, to those of you watching on YouTube and those of you tuning in live on Shaw TV. Thank you for tuning in to Game 3 of this 3-game set with the Victoria HarbourCats playing host to the Port Angeles Lefties. The two teams have split the first 2 games of this series, with the Victoria HarbourCats emerging victorious on opening day, defeating Port Angeles by a score of 6-2. With a lot of help in the bottom of the 5th, a 5-run home half of the 5th for the HarbourCats gave them a 6-1 lead, which they would go to hold on to despite a late scare from the Port Angeles Lefties in the top of the 9th. But the Lefties would get in the win column last night with a 9-6 victory over the Victoria HarbourCats, and it was an interesting game to say the least, where the Port Angeles Lefties as a team collectively drew 15 walks, and their leadoff man, who will be leading us off today, Derek Bowe, drew 5 walks on no official at-bats, but the 5 times he went to the plate, he walked to first base every single time. So I'm sure the HarbourCats are looking to nip that in the bud as Derek Bowe steps to the plate, and we are set for the 3rd game of this 3-game set between the Victoria HarbourCats and the Port Angeles Lefties. On the mound today for your Victoria HarbourCats, Loretto Siniskelchi. He's a native of Burnaby, BC, and attends Washington State, as he'll be on the mound today for your HarbourCats. And the first pitch of the ball game catches the inside part of the plate, hitting 84 on the gun, as it's no balls, 1 strike to Derek Bowe. Bowe looks at a fastball that misses the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count moves for Derek Bowe, who's batted leadoff all 3 games of this series for Port Angeles. In the opening game, he had an RBI, was able to draw 2 walks without recording an official hit, and striking out once on 3 at-bats as he looks at a called strike 2 on the outside part of the plate, and quickly Derek Bowe finds himself down 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count. Now the 1-2 to Derek Bowe, a swing and a miss, and he won't be walking his way to first on this at-bat as he strikes out swinging for the first out of the ball game. And quickly, your lineup today for the Victoria HarbourCats: at catcher, Russell Young; at first base, Jake Skipworth; second, Aiden Aguilar; playing third is Jordan Bond; at shortstop, Luke Cheng; in left field is Grady Morgan; center field is Joseph Redfield; and in right field, Clark Henry, as Gabriel De Jesus is at the plate now for the Lefties. He swings and misses on strike 1. Yesterday, De Jesus went 1 for 5 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts in the 9-6 Port Angeles win. He was the lone player in that ball game not to record a walk for the Lefties as he looks at a ball in the dirt and the count draws even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 to DeJesus, and that catches the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to DeJesus, who also batted out of the 2-hole in the opening game. In that affair, he was 0 for 5 at the plate with 2 strikeouts. So in this series, he's 1 for 10. As a foul ball's lined over into the filled bleachers. We've got School Spirit Day here in Royal Athletic Park, so 2,800 students all filling the stadium, so a great buzz and energy all throughout the ballpark today. Fortunately, they were able to dodge out of the way of that foul. Now the 1-2 fouled off once again, and that's going to go back onto Caledonia. And this being a morning start at 11 a.m., the streets are a little busier than they were at, 6, 7 o'clock last night, so the cars that are traveling down this way need to be wary that there's a ball game going on. Once more, the 1-2 to DeJesus, a swing and a miss, and he'll go down swinging as 2 strikeouts for Loreto Siniscalchi here to open the top half of the first inning.
Now at the plate, the third
Up to bat now, third for the Port Angeles Lefties. It's the Seoul, South Korea native B.Y. Choi. He came around to score twice, reaching twice on a walk yesterday on 3 official at-bats. Didn't record a hit in the 9-6 win for the Lefties yesterday. As he'll look at a ball high out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to B.Y. Choi. He's playing third base today for Port Angeles. Now the 1-0 to B.Y. Choi. He'll line one into shallow right field for the first hit of the ball game. And 2 outs, single to shallow right. Leaves a runner on first base for the cleanup hitter, Riley Parker. Riley Parker comes in playing shortstop today for the Port Angeles Lefties. He attends California State San Bernardino and is a native of Snohomish, Washington. And in the game last night, he had 2 hits on 3 at-bats with 2 RBIs and was able to draw a walk as well. One of the 15 that the Lefties drew as a team yesterday. And he'll look at a nice off-speed pitch that catches the inside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike, the count to Riley Parker. And Riley Parker, through 2 games, leads this Port Angeles team in batting average with a .667 average through 2 games. He's 4 for 6 up at the plate. With 4 hits, including a double and those 2 RBIs, which he was able to bat home last night. B.Y. Choi, the runner on first, with the 2-out single softly to shallow right field. 0-1 the count to Riley Parker as he'll sky one into left center field. Over to make the play, Grady Morgan, and that will do it for the top half of the first inning. 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. Now, a single to B.Y. Choi was the lone hit of the top half of the first inning, and now it'll be the HarbourCats' turn to try to score first. The batting order today for your Victoria HarbourCats. Grady Morgan will be the leadoff hitter. He was the one who just made that out in left field. In the 2 spot today, Luke Chang, the shortstop, who had a gorgeous play in the home opener on Tuesday night, made a diving double play at shortstop as he was able to catch a broken bat pop-up and was able to nab the runner at first, who thought he was going to be able to, make it to second because he thought that ball was dropping in, but a great diving play from Luke Chang negated that. Batting third, Joseph Redfield. He's playing center field today. Batting in the cleanup spot, just as he was yesterday, Jake Skipworth, the first baseman for your HarbourCats. the designated hitter for your HarbourCats today, Colin Moore. He's got the lone home run on the year for the HarbourCats. He hit a solo shot to left field in the bottom of the 9th last night. He's batting out of the 5 spot today. In the 6th spot, it'll be Clark Henry playing right field. Russell Young, the catcher, in the 7th spot. In the 8th spot, Aiden Aguilar, the second baseman. He had the 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 2nd yesterday to, at the time, give the HarbourCats a 2-0 lead. And batting cleanup today, the Victoria native playing third base, Jordan Bond. On the mound today for the Port Angeles Lefties, it's Hunter Kirkpatrick, who actually is second on the team in batting average. He was in the lineup on opening day and went 2 for 4 while swinging on a strikeout, but now he's going to be on the opposite side of things. He will be the starting pitcher today for the 3rd game of this 3-game series between the Port Angeles Lefties and the Victoria HarbourCats. Kirkpatrick attends San Diego Community College and is a native of Albany, Oregon. And Grady Morgan steps to the plate as the home half of the first is underway, and it'll be a chopper down the right field foul line that trickles its way to first base foul. 0-1 the count moves for Grady Morgan. Morgan went 1 for 4 while coming around to score yesterday, and he was able to draw a walk as well in the 9-6 defeat to the Lefties last night. Here he'll look at a called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. Quickly down 0-2 is Grady Morgan, the leadoff hitter today for your Victoria HarbourCats. The 0-2 to Grady Morgan misses well outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Morgan. And he had a great opening day, going 3 for 4 and coming around to score twice. Also was able to get on base with a walk on opening day, as he'll foul one hard down the right field line. That's obviously staying foul, so the count remains with 1 ball and 2 strikes to Grady Morgan. Morgan attends Chico State and is a native of Laguna Beach, California. He leads off the HarbourCats and sends a blooper into left field. That's going to be easily handled for the first out of the home half of the first by Jesh Leckie, the left fielder today for the Port Angeles Lefties. And that'll send Luke Chang up to the plate.
Batting for your Victoria HarbourCats, the shortstop, number 22, Luke
Through 2 games, Luke Chang is 4 for 9 at the plate with a double and 1 RBI. In the game last night, Chang went 3 for 5 and came around to score twice while notching an RBI as he goes down swinging here on the first strike of the at-bat. The 0-1 to Chang misses high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to the HarbourCats shortstop. Wearing number 22 in these nice red unis. As Hill chop one to shortstop. That's fielded, thrown over to first for our second out of the home half of the first inning. And it'll be Joseph Redfield making his way to the plate now for your HarbourCats. That's 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. Redfield batting out of the 3-hole as he did on opening day as well as last night. He went 0 for 4 last night with an RBI on a fielder's choice. And he looks like a called strike 1 with 2 away in the bottom of the first on School Spirit Day here at Royal Athletic Park. 2,800 kids filling the stadium, and these food trucks with all these candies, and there's beaver tails, which is basically like a warm donut with M&Ms and stuff. That truck's going to have a good day. As Redfield fouls one off and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to the HarbourCats center fielder. And he swings and misses, but they're going to say it was a foul tip between the legs of the Lefties catcher today, Alex Zhang. So play continues for at least one more pitch. Count remains 0-2 here for Joseph Redfield. And the 0-2 once more fouled back in behind home plate. So Redfield keeps the AB alive. On opening day, Redfield went 0 for 3, but reached base on a walk while coming around to score, and he recorded a fielder's choice for an RBI, as he'll pop one down the left field line, but that'll stay foul and land behind the Strath party deck. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes for Joseph Redfield. Native of Waco, Texas, he attends Temple College. He got 2 RBIs already on the year. Once more the 0-2 to Redfield. He goes down swinging, and that'll do it for the home half of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for the HarbourCats, but B.Y. Choi gets the lone hit of the first inning for the Port Angeles Lefties. He's left on first base, and that is it for the first inning. The HarbourCats are now going to take a time to thank their sponsors. We'd like to thank the BCLC, the British Columbia Lottery Corporation, Dodds Furniture and Mattress, Save on Foods, Rogers Cellular, Peninsula Co-op, A&W, Starlight Development, and Wilson's Transportation.
Now it's time for the Island Savings Trivia.
I'm down here with Ray in section 9.
Due up for the top half of the second inning here for the Port Angeles Lefties is Evan Gilbert. He's batted out of the 5 spot. Then it'll be Ian Winterhalder. He was actually the starting pitcher on opening day for the Lefties. He's batting 6th. And in the 7 spot, Jesh Leckie, the left fielder for the Lefties. And once this series completes, the Victoria HarbourCats will be traveling out to Kelowna for a 3-game stint against the Kelowna Falcons before returning back home. And they'll have a 3-game series against the Nanaimo Night Owls, who got their first win as a franchise last night over the Portland Pickles. That'll be a 3-game series from June 7th to June 9th. And then they'll be playing host to the Kelowna Falcons once again on the 10th to the 12th of June.
Now batting number 29, Gilbert Evan.
Now Evan Gilbert fouls off the first pitch, and that will be a fun souvenir for one of these many school children here in attendance. And he looks at a called strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes to Evan Gilbert. Gilbert went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, but got on base with a walk in the 9-6 win for Portland yesterday as he fouls off the 0-2 to keep the count alive. On opening day, Gilbert went 1 for 4, not able to come around to score those. He was left on base. Down 0-2 in the count to Loreto Siniscalchi. Once more the 0-2, just low of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Evan Gilbert. Playing right field today for Port Angeles. And he'll pop one up to shallow center field. Back for it is Joseph Redfield. He'll make the catch as 1 away now in the top of the second. And up to bat steps Ian Winterhalder. On opening day, He was the man who got the start for Portland. Sorry, for Port Angeles, I should say. He went 4 full, allowing 2 hits and 3 earned while walking 5 and striking out 3. Here he swings and misses on the first pitch he sees. No ball, 1 strikes to Ian Winterhalter. And the 0-1 well outside as Winterhalter looked to be squaring around for a bunt, but once he saw that was high and outside, pulled it back. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Murray, Utah native. And the 1-1 misses inside, coming in at 82 on the speed gun. As Winterhalter ahead in the count now to 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 from Siniscalchi will be popped up in behind home plate. Not quite playable as that bounces off the top of the HarbourCats dugout. And the count draws even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Ian Winterhalter. And he swings and misses on strike 3. 2 away in the top of the second. Lone hit of the ball game belonging to B.Y. Choi. It was a 2-out single in the top of the first. And with 2 away, up to the plate steps Jesh Leckie for the Port Angeles Lefties. In the game yesterday, Jesh Leckie went 0 for 3, but reached on a walk and was also hit by a pitch as he came around to score twice. As he looks at a ball in the dirt, the count moves to 1 ball and no strikes. Want to know the count to Leckie as Hill will pop one into center field. That looks playable for Redfield as he'll make the catch, and that'll draw an end to the Lefties' half of the second inning. Nothing. The score remains just the 1 hit to report on, and it came in the top half of the first, belonging to B.Y. Choi, as the HarbourCats will head into the home half of the second with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up.
All right, let's go down to Zach.
And for the Port Angeles Lefties, at the conclusion of this series, they will be heading home as they are going to get the opportunity to welcome in the expansion team from Kamloops, the North Paws, as they are going to visit Port Angeles, as they'll make their home debut tomorrow night.
Was it 1, 2, or 3? Is it correct?
So due up first for the Victoria HarbourCats, Jake Skipworth. He made his season debut last night, going 1 for 5 and recording an RBI while going down, striking out twice. Take a quick moment here to let you know who your umpires are for today. At the plate is Jacob Goba. The first base umpire today, Gord McFarlane, and down the third base line, Amin Nakani.
Now batting for your Victoria HarbourCats, number 26, the first baseman, Jake Skipworth.
And the first pitch of the home half of the second inning, a swing and a miss from the big Jake Skipworth. Skipworth coming in at 6'3", 225. He gets the barrel behind the ball. He can send it a long ways. As he looks at a ball inside. The count draws even It's a 1 ball, 1 strike. Skipworth, a native of Eastvale, California, attends California Baptist University. And he looks at a called strike 2 inside that he shakes his hat at. But regardless, it's a 1-2 count. Winterhalter ahead. And a pop-up that'll remain in the infield, and it's snagged by the second baseman for the Port Angeles Lefties, Gabriel DeJesus, for the first out of the HarbourCats half of the second.
Now batting the Marshall Massey designated hitter, number 6, Colton Moore.
And now up to the plate steps Colton Moore. He had the lone big fly in the game yesterday with the solo shot to left field in the bottom half of the 9th last night as he looks at a ball outside. In last night's game, Moore did go 2 for 5, of course, with that big fly. He came around to score on that, obviously, as he swings and misses here on strike 1 to draw the count even, a 1 ball, 1 strike. And he swings and misses on strike 2. 1-2 the count sits as Hunter Kirkpatrick on the mound ahead in the count. And the 1-2 line right back up the mound, and that'll leak into center field, and it's a 1-out single. And thinking about going a second was Moore. He'll hold up. And up to the mound steps Clark Henry, the right fielder for your Victoria HarbourCats.
Number 17, Clark.
He went 0 for 4 yesterday, but got on base with a walk and came around to score off that Aiden Aguilar single in the bottom half of the second inning. Here he's looking to help the HarbourCats get some more offense going in the bottom half of the second inning in Game 3. First pitch of the AB misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes with a runner on first. A 1-0 to Henry, misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes to the Houston, Texas native. On opening day, Henry went 1 for 2 with an RBI and found himself on base twice with walks. And Hill ground one to shortstop. They're going to try to turn 2. They get 1. Can't get Henry at first, so they're able to catch the man at second base, but not able to get Henry at first as he legs it out for the fielder's choice, and now 2 away in the home half of the second inning.
13, Russell Young.
And up to the plate, making his season debut is the catcher, Russell Young. Comes in at 5'11", $184. He attends Johnson County College, wearing number 13 for your HarbourCats. He looks at a ball high and outside. Colton Moore, the runner on first base, with the single right back up the middle. Check on the runner at first. He's not going anywhere. The count will remain 1 ball, no strikes. On deck for the Victoria HarbourCats is Aiden Aguilar, the 8-hitter, and it's the 9-hitter Jordan Bond in the hole. And here a liner into left center field will drop down. Moore will advance to third. And holding up at first is Russell Young. So now runners on the corners with 2 away in the home half of the second inning. And Aiden Aguilar had a 2 RBI single in the home half of the second yesterday, and he's in a very similar opportunity today with a runner 90 feet from home and another man on first. And an opportunity here to record the first run of the ball game.
Now batting for your Victoria HarbourCats, the second baseman, number 53, Aiden Aguilar.
Aguilar went 1 for 4 yesterday with that RBI, or the 2 RBI single, and went down on strikes twice. Check on the runner at first. It gets by the first baseman, and trotting home will be Colton Moore, and advancing to second is Russell Young, so the pickoff backfires on Hunter Kirkpatrick, and it is a runner on second now in a 1-0 HarbourCat lead.
First run of the game brought to you by 218 Run. Fans, bring your HarbourCats tickets up to 218 Run in Fairfield Plaza for 10% off of all products.
First pitch of the at-bat to Aguilar, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes to the 8-hitter for the Victoria HarbourCats. And the 1-0 misses low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Aiden Aguilar. Native of Hermosa Beach, California. He attends Loyola Marymount. And the 2-0 will be chopped down the first base line. Fair and snagged barehanded by the first baseman, Will Isley, as he'll touch the bag to draw it close to the home half of the second inning. But the HarbourCats able to do some damage as they are able to advance the runner home from third base, as a pickoff attempt backfired on Hunter Kirkpatrick, and the Victoria HarbourCats lead 1-0 here over the Port Angeles Lefties in Game 3 of this 3-game set.
Middle School, Bayside Middle School, Shoreline Middle School.
BCLC is proud to be a part of communities across BC. From entertainment and great prizes to jobs and support for the tourism industry, the benefits of our business are province-wide. Every year, our players generate more than $1 billion for the province of BC, which is used to support healthcare, education, and community groups. Together, we play it forward.
The town of View Royal was able to purchase land to build a new public safety building using provincial gaming revenue from hosting Elements Casino Victoria. The new building has larger sleeping quarters, so volunteer firefighters can be on call, on site, and respond to emergencies even faster. The building isn't only home to the town's fire department, though. It also has space for public safety staff and a secondary emergency operations center, too. BCLC, we're community-minded, with your community in mind.
Welcome back inside Royal Athletic Park. The Victoria HarbourCats lead 1-0 over the Port Angeles Lefties in Game 3 of this 3-game series. The Lefties took Game 2 by a total of 9-6 last night. The HarbourCats took the season opener 6-2, so this is the rubber match. And both these teams back in action tomorrow. Victoria up in Kelowna for a 3-game stint against the Falcons, while the Lefties head home to face off against the Kamloops North Paws. First pitch of the top of the third inning, misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes here to Alex Zhang, the catcher for the Port Angeles Lefties. Zhang looks at a ball high of his own. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. Zhang went 0 for 3 in the game yesterday. He did reach on 2 walks, both times coming around to score, and he went down on strikes twice. And the 2-0 misses outside. Count 3 balls, no strikes for Alex Zhang, as he's looking to add to his walk total. And the Lefties actually have the most walks in the WCL through 2 games this season. They have 19 walks, but 15 of those, of course, came in the game last night. And a 4-pitch walk for Alex Zhang, as there will be a runner on first with no one away in the Lefties' half of the third inning.
Now batting the first baseman, number 13, Will Isley.
And Will Isley steps up to the plate, playing first base today for these Port Angeles Lefties. A look at a pitch that just misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes, the count here to Will Isley. And he squares up for a bunt, but misses, so 2 balls and 1 strike now, the count to Will Isley. Alex Zhang, the runner on first, he reached on a 4-pitch walk. And Isley swings and misses on strike 2. Count draws even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now the 1-2 to... Oh, Isley steps out of the box as Siniscalchi was winding up, so we'll wait to do it all over again. Will Isley did find his way to the mound in the win last night. He played 1 inning full, allowing 2 hits and 3 runs, 2 of those earned, and he walked 1. 2-2 gets past the catcher, Russell Young, and that'll be enough to have Alex Zhang advance up to second base. And now a runner in scoring position with none away in the Lefties' half of the third inning. Due up next for the Lefties is the top of the order in Derek Bowe with Gabriel DeJesus in the hole. And the 2-2 misses inside. Counts full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Will Isley. Check on the runner at second. And the 3-2. And it gets him looking. Strikeout on the inside part of the plate, and 1 away in the top of the third as it cycles back to the top of the order. And Derek Bowe, wearing number 5, he drew 5 walks in the game yesterday, went down on strikes in his first at-bat today. He'll step up to the plate with a runner on second and 1 away in the top of the third. First pitch of the at-bat misses the zone inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Derek Bowe. Through the 2 games, Bowe has recorded 7 walks for the Port Angeles Lefties. That on-base percentage got to be through the roof, I imagine. There he looks at a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Bowe, grounded to third base. They'll hold the runner at second and make the out at first, and 2 away now in the top of the third. Alex Zhang still the runner on second base. He advanced off a passed ball that got between the legs of Russell Young and reached first on a 4-pitch walk.
Barb Campbell. Now batting for the Port Angeles
Up
Lefties.
now,
number
Gabriel
9, second baseman,
DeJesus for the
Gabriel
Lefties. He went
DeJesus.
down on strikes in his opening at bat of the ball game. And the first pitch of the at-bat, line just over the head of the second baseman. That went off the top of the glove, and they're trying to send the runner home, and they're going to get Zhang home, and this game tied up at 1 as the blooper into shallow left or right center field ends up scoring Zhang from second, and we have a 1-1 ball game.
Now at the plate, number
B.Y. Choi
16,
steps up to the
third
plate.
baseman, B.Y.
He had a single in his first at-bat. This series, Choi is 2 for 8. Has come around to score 3 times. Also drawing 3 walks this series. First pitch of the at-bat misses low of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to B.Y. Choi. DeJesus, the runner on first. Siniscalchi checks him. And now the 1-0. Runner goes for second. Young guns it to the bag, and he's in safe. DeJesus showing off that speed as he gets into scoring position with 2 away and a tie ball game here in the top of the 3rd inning. B.Y. Choi 1 for 1 already, and now a runner in scoring position as the count in his favor, 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 fouled off behind the stadium. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count to B.Y. Choi. That stolen base for Gabriel DeJesus, his first of this young WCL season and the 3rd overall for this Port Angeles Lefties team. And the 2-1 chopped down to the second baseman. That'll be grabbed and sent to first for the 3rd out of the top of the 3rd inning as the Victoria HarbourCats allow a run, but the game remains tied 1-1 through the top part of the 3rd. And it'll be the HarbourCats' turn to bat next.
Tickets to any HarbourCats game or about available dates on the Upper Deck Experience or Stratton on the Rooftop Third Base Wonder Deck, please call the HarbourCats office at 778-265-0327. It is time to give away some booster juice. So let's make some noise!
Due up in the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Victoria HarbourCats is the top of the lineup. The 1-2-3 hitters due up. Grady Morgan, Luke Chang, and Joseph Redfield.
Be sure to join us for the best little fireworks show in Victoria this season, the first of which will be on Saturday.
I take a quick look at the standings in this young WCL season. Victoria HarbourCats and the Port Angeles Lefties both in the North Division. Both teams 1 win, 1 loss, having split the first 2 games of this 3-game series. They're a half game back of the Kamloops North Paws, who sit first in the North Division. They're 1-0. So not a lot, going on right now. Only 2 games going, but obviously this season moves fast and furious. So we will update you on those standings as they become more relevant throughout the season.
The 3rd baseman, Jordan Bond.
Oh, it's actually the 9-hitter due up, I should say, for the Victoria HarbourCats with Grady Morgan and Luke Chang to follow. Bond, the Victoria native, playing 3rd base today for your HarbourCats. Leads off the home half of the 3rd and looks at a ball inside. Bond's listed at 6 foot, a $185. That's about what you need to be playing the hot corner. And he's also got a good eye as he looks at ball 2 inside. (2-0) the count to Jordan Bond as he'll look at another ball that bounces into the plate. 3 balls and no strikes for the Victoria native Jordan Bond. And after Bond, it will be the top of the order due up. Grady Morgan, Luke Chang, Joseph Redfield. 1, 2, 3 hitters for the HarbourCats as Bond started to walk his way down the line, but that is a called strike 1 to move the count to 3-1. Bond still ahead in the count. And the 3-1 from Kirkpatrick misses the zone high. And it is a 5-pitch walk for Jordan Bond. And now Grady Morgan will lead us off at the top of the order with a runner on first and none away in the top of the 3rd.
That's a BC Transit swipe bag. Today's winner is...
In this series, up to this point, Morgan is 4 for 9 with a double and 2 walks and has only struck out once. He had a big game 1, going 3 for 4. To bring some of that energy back here to game 3. And Kirkpatrick steps off the mound. Looks to have himself set again. And the first pitch of the at-bat misses the outside part of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to Grady Morgan. And the 1-0 gets Morgan swinging to draw the count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. With Jordan Bond, the runner on first, on a 5-pitch walk. A 1-1 from Kirkpatrick. And slider that backs its way into the outside part of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grady Morgan. He flew out in his first at-bat of this game and is now behind 1-2 in the count. Check on the runner at first. Bond back in safely. Nothing doing there. And a swing and a miss on strike 3 from Grady Morgan. 1 away in the home half of the 3rd with a runner on first. And up to the plate steps Luke Chang for the Victoria HarbourCats.
Number 22, Luke Chang.
He grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat. And he'll look at ball 1, missing the zone high. And the 1-0 to Chang gets him swinging. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count draws even. 1 on, 1 out with a 1-1 count here in the home half of the 3rd. And the 1-1 sent between the gap of the short and third base, and that'll land in the outfield for a single from Luke Chang. Now runners on first and second for the center fielder, Joseph Redfield.
Number 15, Joseph Redfield.
Redfield struck out swinging in his first at-bat of the ball game. And now is a runner in scoring position with a man on first. And 2 away here in the home half of the 3rd. Check on the runner at second in the first pitch of the at-bat. Low and in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. And I believe actually just the 1 out here in the home half of the third. They have it as 2 out in stadium, but I believe that is incorrect. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to the center fielder for the HarbourCats. And he swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Redfield still without a hit so far this season, but he does have 2 RBIs to his credit. As the 1-1 just misses outside. 2 balls in, 1 strike here to Redfield. In the on-deck circle for the HarbourCats, the cleanup hitter, Jake Skipworth. As we're going to have a meeting of the umpires here just inside the first base foul line. Not too sure what they're trying to decipher here. Whatever it was, that issue's been solved. Count is 2-1 to Joseph Redfield. And yes, it was 1 out. They were changing the scoreboard. It was showing 2 out, and that was what the umpires were confused on. 1 away here in the home half of the third. Runners on first and second. A 2 ball, 1 strike count to the center fielder, Joseph Redfield. And a grounder to second base. They're going to try to turn 2. They get 1. Aren't able to get Redfield hustling down the first base line. So he advances the runner to third, but 2 away with runners on the corners in the home half of inning number 3. And up steps the cleanup hitter, Jake Skipworth.
First baseman, number 26, Jake Skipworth.
Coming into today, Jake Skipworth was 1 for 5 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts to his name in the game last night, making his season debut. And in his first at-bat of the ball game, he lined out to second base. Runner goes for second. They're going to let him go, so now runners on second and third, and the count no balls, 1 strikes here to Jake Skipworth. The 0-1 from Hunter Kirkpatrick just misses the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strikes. The count sits even. The HarbourCats an opportunity here to regain their 1-run lead with runners on second and third. There the 1-1 low in the dirt. Nice job by Alex Zhang, able to keep that ball in front of him and hold the runner at third base and keep this a 1-1 ball game. Two balls, 1 strike, the count to Skipworth as he looks at a called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. And now it is 2 on, 2 out with a 2-2 count. Here to Jake Skipworth, the first baseman for your Victoria HarbourCats. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. 2 runners left stranded on second and third as the HarbourCats not able to cash them in. And Hunter Kirkpatrick able to work their way out of a jam as we'll switch it over to the top half of the 4th inning. Due up for the Port Angeles Lefties, Riley Parker, Evan Gilbert, and Ian Winterhalter. The Victoria HarbourCats would now like to take a moment to thank their sponsors: BC Lottery Corporation, Dodd's Furniture and Mattress, Gordy Dodd, always such a great part and member of this Victoria community. Save On Foods Memorial Center, or Save On Foods, they sponsor the Memorial Center, but Save On Foods, a proud sponsor of the Victoria HarbourCats. Rogers Cellular, Peninsula Co-op, A&W, Starlight Development, and Wilson's Transportation.
Dinner for 10 if you get this one. If you can't make it to a game in person, be sure to check out our live streaming broadcast online.
So this Calci through 3 innings has allowed 2 hits, 1 earned, as well as walking 1, and has struck out 4 through the 12 batters he has faced in 3 innings of work, and he's back on the mound for the top of the 4th. Leading things off is the cleanup hitter for the Port Angeles Lefties, Riley Parker. Parker flew out to left field in his first at-bat for the final out of the first inning for the Lefties. And he swings and misses on the first pitch of the 4th. And he'll send one into left field. That looks playable, and it'll be snatched by Grady Morgan. 2 pitches and 1 out here in the top half of the 4th.
And a reminder, the ATM is now working, so if you need some cash, make a dash over to the ATM. Now batting for the Port
Evan Gilbert up to the plate now for the Port Angeles Lefties. And he flew out to center field in his first at-bat. And he'll look at a ball that just misses the zone. 1-0, Gilbert's ahead in the count. And the 1-0 catches the outside part of the plate to draw the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So far in this ball game, 3 hits for the Victoria HarbourCats, 2 hits for the Lefties. Only team to record an error is the Lefties. Just the 1 on the board as the 1-1 just misses the plate inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count moves for Evan Gilbert. And the 2-1 fouled back between the catcher's legs, and the count back even, now at 2-2. Ian Winterhalter on deck here for the Port Angeles Lefties. Now the 2-2. That'll be sent to right field, but playable. And able to make the catch is Clark Henry. And 2 flyouts here in the first 2 batters of the 4th inning. And up to the plate steps Ian Winterhalter for the Port Angeles Lefties. Winterhalter struck out swinging in his first at-bat today.
Designated hitter number 33, Ian Winchester.
First pitch of the at-bat, fouled in behind home plate. As Winterhalter falls behind in the count. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 from Siniscalchi. That catches the plate, and behind in the count, 0-2 is Ian Winterhalter. Due up in the home half of the 4th, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the HarbourCats. As Winterhalter has to duck out of the way of that pitch. It was heading for his head, but wisely ducks underneath it. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now for Ian Winterhalter. And the 1-2 is lined into shallow center field. That'll drop in for a 2-out single. And that'll be the first hit of the season for Ian Winterhalter. So he's able to get on first.
The left fielder, number 12, Josh Leckie.
Now up to bat Jesh Leckie for the Port Angeles Lefties. They're number 12. Leckie flew out to right field in his first at-bat and will now get to work on the top of the 4th with a man on first and 2 away. He'll foul off the first pitch out of the stadium and behind home plate. Fall behind in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Siniscalchi checks the runner at first. And now the 0-1. That'll be sent out to center field. Back for it is Redfield. He'll make the catch, and that does it for the top of the 4th. The Lefties leave a runner on first. The only hit of the half of the inning was that 2-out single coming off of the bat of Ian Winterhalter, his first of this WCL season, as we'll head to the home half of the 4th with the HarbourCats and the Lefties tied up at 1.
You can book appointments, find promotions, and the latest customer reviews. Start your tire purchase at caltire.com today.
Over 800,000 Canadians each and every month receive help from a food bank in a community across Canada.
There is no typical client today because we see youths, we see seniors, we see individuals and families. It's many different people that utilize our food bank.
Food Banks Canada's mission is threefold. We provide food and funds to food banks across the country, programs and services to support them in the work that they're doing to help Canadians. And thirdly, it's about research and advocacy, government relations.
We just don't give out a box of food. That's not the answer. We want to do more. We want to do over and above. We want to make sure people are getting the help that they need in a very compassionate setting.
We need to find long-term solutions so that people aren't in the situations that they're currently in, and so that our future generations aren't in the situation where they need to go for help from a food bank. Food Banks Canada's vision is a country where no one goes hungry.
Welcome back inside Royal Athletic Park as the home half of the 4th inning is underway. And it's Colin Moore, the leadoff hitter, in the bottom half of the 5th here. 4th, I should say, for the Victoria HarbourCats as he looks at a ball outside and now looks at a ball miss inside. Moore had a single in his first at-bat as he swings and misses here on strike 1. Nice hearing the kids in the stadium chanting HarbourCats and getting all excited for the baseball season. Always good when we're able to fill the stadium up with a bunch of these elementary and middle school kids. They're excited to not be stuck in a classroom, and they're able to help fire up these HarbourCats. Here the 2-2 to Colton Moore, a swing, and looks like it might have gone off the catcher's mask back into play, but nonetheless it's fielded by Hunter Kirkpatrick and plays it to first for the out. 1 away in the home half of the 4th.
The right fielder, number 17, Clark Henry.
Clark Henry steps up to the plate now for the HarbourCats. He'll look at a pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Henry. He grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Looks at a called strike on the inside part of the plate to draw the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 just misses the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count sits for Clark Henry. The first 2 games of this series, Henry's gone 1 for 6. Coming around to score and reaching base 3 times on a walk as he'll chop one out to short, and that's fielded, and he grounded out to short in his first at-bat, follows suit in his second at-bat, and there are 2 away now in the home half of the 4th inning.
Now batting here, Victoria HarbourCats.
Up to the plate now,
13,
Russell Young, the catcher,
Young.
making his season debut today. He hit a single in his first at-bat and now grounds one to short on the first pitch he sees, and that'll do it for the home half of the 4th inning. A 1-2-3 half for the Port Angeles Lefties as they'll head into the top of the 5th, tied at 1 with the Victoria HarbourCats.
Fans, it's time for Harvey to get some exercise. As today, it is Lucas that will be putting Harvey's speed to the test with a trip for an adult and a child to the Victoria Bug Zoo.
Going to take a moment to look at the other games going on around the WCL today. The rest are night games, so I'll tell you what is going to be going on, but obviously there's not going to be any scores to report on. The Kamloops North Paws will be playing host to the Edmonton Riverhawks at 6:35. The Portland Pickles will wrap up their 3-game set against the Nanaimo Night Owls at 7:05. And the Bellingham Bells will wrap up their 3-game set against the Springfield Drifters at 1. As first pitch scheduled for 6:35. And then a lot more action tomorrow in the WCL.
Good job, Logan.
7 games on tap, including these 2 teams back in action. With Victoria traveling to Kelowna while Port Angeles heads home to host the North Paws.
Let's wish a big happy birthday to 10-year-old Tobin Noble. He's here celebrating today with his baseball teammates. Classmates, I would assume.
Looks like we got a new pitcher on the mound for the Victoria HarbourCats. Just waiting to get a number from him so I can tell you who that is.
Now batting for the Port Angeles Lefties, number 14, Alex
Hudson Shoup, the pitcher for your Victoria HarbourCats. My long list of pitchers, he's actually not listed on there, but he's on the mound here for your HarbourCats, a right-handed pitcher. And first pitch of the 5th inning, fouled off. 0-1, the count sits. Alex Zhang, the man at the plate here for the Port Angeles Lefties. He had a 4-pitch walk in his first at-bat. And here he squares up to bunt, but pulls it back at the last second, and wise to do so as the count draws even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Zhang came around to score after he reached first on his last at-bat. Here he'll look at ball 2 that just misses the zone. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 fouled straight up. Looks playable, but Young gives up on it as that's going to land in the stands. And someone's food went flying. That looked like it landed square in a thing of popcorn or something. Any ball that gets foul into these stands, there's always a mosh pit to follow it with all these kids. 2,800 of them in attendance to the game today. Era ball misses inside to draw the count even at 2-2. Or, sorry, counts full at 3-2. Our plate umpire, Jacob Goba, lets us know. And the payoff foul down the left field line. We'll do it all over again.
Now pitching for the HarbourCats. Hudson Sheep. This is the HarbourCats pitching brought to you by our friends at the local
Count remains full for Alex Zhang. The 3-2 gets him looking on the inside part of the plate, and one away in the top of the fifth. And now batting for the Port Angeles Lefties. Out of the 9-hole, it's Will Isley. Isley struck out in his first at-bat, and he'll look at a ball that misses well outside. A 1-0 to Isley. Just like the first pitch, misses well outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Isley's ahead in the count. And the 2-0 is able to nab the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hudson Shoup, the new pitcher on the mound here for your HarbourCats. Tried to check his swing in time was Will Isley, but he ended up going around, and that draws the count even now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And big hack and a miss there from Will Isley as he goes down on strikes for the second time today. As there's 2 away now in the top half of the 5th inning, and it cycles back to the top of the order in Derek Bowe. Will step to the plate here for the Port Angeles Lefties. He was 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far today. And he'll take ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. And the 1-0 will be sent into right field. And over to make the play is Clark Henry, and it is a quick top half of the 5th for the Victoria HarbourCats. As we'll head into the home half of the 5th, all knotted up at 1. Both teams each with 3 runs apiece, and the lone error belonging to the Port Angeles Lefties.
All right, everybody up. I need everybody up on their feet. We're going to play some heads or tails. Here's how it goes. We're going to have a coin flipped. If it's heads, you're going to keep your hand on your head, you're going to stay up. If it's tails and your hand's on your head, you're going to go down. Got it? Everybody good?
Looks to be Hunter Kirkpatrick remaining on the mound here to start the home half of the 5th for the Port Angeles Lefties.
It is tails. Everybody with their hands on their heads, sit down. Uh-oh. This one's heads. If your hand is on your head, on your tail, sit down. It is heads. If your hand is on your head, stay up, hands on your tail, sit down. It is heads. We got lots of people still up. It is heads again. If your hand is on your head, you can stay up. 2 more times. Tails. If your hand is on your head, sit down. Last one, we're gonna find a winner and contestant here. Heads. Who's still up? Way up big if your hand's still up. Perfect, we're gonna find a winner out of that. Thanks, guys.
There's a lot of them here, and, you know, they want to win. I don't exactly know how honest these kids are playing, but we'll see if they get some prizes out to all these kids playing heads or tails. We got the home half of the 5th coming up. And stepping up to the plate for the Victoria HarbourCats is Aiden Aguilar.
Aiden Aguilar.
And he'll look at a ball that misses outside. Aguilar grounded out to second in his first at bat. And Aguilar looks at a ball that misses the strike zone. Low, 2 balls, no strikes to Aiden Aguilar. And the 2-0 will be sent to straightaway center field. Back to make the play is Derek Bowe, and there is one away in the home half of the 5th.
Batting here, Victoria HarbourCats. Number 10, playing third base, Jordan Bond.
Now batting for the HarbourCats, Jordan Bond, the third baseman. As Hill ground one to short on the first pitch he sees. And that will get to first in time. 2 away in the home half of the 5th. And now things circle back to the top half, or the top part of the order for the Victoria HarbourCats, and Grady Morgan will make his way to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far today.
Grady Morgan.
First pitch of the at-bat looked to be a slider that was well high of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Grady Morgan. In the 1-0, chopped down the first baseline foul. Count draws even to 1 ball and 1 strike. And a called strike 2 as a slider catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grady Morgan. He popped out to left field in his first at-bat and went down swinging in AB number 2. Here he is in his third at-bat of this young ball game. So we're in the home half of the 5th, just across the halfway point. The 1-2 sent into left field from Grady Morgan. That's back, and off the top of the wall. He's going to round to second and get in with a 2-out double in the home half of the 5th.
This double play is brought to you by Clark Heating and Cooling.
It's a nice double there from Grady Morgan on the 1-2 count, sending it off the Wilson's Group Stadium banner. That's the only part of this park that's got an elevated wall. If that was hit same distance to right field, that would have been his first home run of the year.
Diana Carpa, you have won a gift card for Lot 1 to the first.
But also it's a good thing that that Wilson's Group Stadium banner is there, at least for those who park on the street, because pretty well right behind left field in Royal Athletic Park here, it is just all street parking. So there would have been a necessary auto body sponsor there. And it looks like we may be having a pitching change here for the Port Angeles Lefties. That is Trey Maker on the mound now for Port Angeles. Maker was in the lineup yesterday playing first base for the Port Angeles Lefties. He went 0 for 4 but drew a walk while striking out twice. in 4 plate appearances yesterday, and he's coming in relief here in the home half of the 5th inning with Grady Morgan on second after a 2-out, 2-strike double off the left field wall. Trey Maker, native of Houston, Texas. He attends Fordham University. He comes in at 6'2", 230. He's a big left-hander headed into his junior year. And the first batter he'll be facing is Luke Cheng with 2 away in the home half of the 5th and a runner in scoring position. Chang was down signing autographs by the HarbourCats dugout before the game. He went to sign one, but of course there's 2,800 kids here, and once you sign one, you can't say no, so he got stuck signing autographs for a few minutes. But here he is with a runner in scoring position, and he'll hack one right at the third baseman, who's able to get it, and a nice scoop to make the out. And danger averted. 1 pitch, 1 out for Trey Maker as he gets his team out intact as we remain tied at 1 through 5 here at Royal Athletic Park in the 3rd game of this 3-game series between the Port Angeles Lefties and the Victoria HarbourCats.
Fans, the all-new HarbourCats playoff merch and other accessories have arrived. Hoodies, jerseys, and t-shirts are now available for purchase at the Cat Shop. Team merchandise stand located on the first base concourse. Pick all your favorite HarbourCats gear to show everybody who you're rooting for. Go Cats, go.
BCLC is proud to be a part of communities across BC. From entertainment and great prizes to jobs and support for the tourism industry, the benefits of our business are province-wide. Every year, our players generate more than $1 billion for the province of BC, which is used to support healthcare, education, and community groups. Together, we play it forward.
The town of View Royal was able to purchase land to build a new public safety building using provincial gaming revenue from hosting Elements Casino Victoria. The new building has larger sleeping quarters, so volunteer firefighters can be on call, on site, and respond to emergencies even faster. The building isn't only home to the town's fire department, though. It also has space for public safety staff and a secondary emergency operations center, too. BCLC, we're community-minded, with your community in mind.
Can't.
Welcome back inside Royal Athletic Park. There a leadoff single from Gabriel De Jesus in the shallow left field. And there is a leadoff runner on first. Up to the plate steps B.Y. Choi, who got the first hit of this ball game, a single, 2-out single, back in the top of the 1st inning. First pitch of the at-bat, fouled out of play down the left field line. 0-1, the count sits to B.Y. Choi. So Choi had that single in his first at-bat, and in his second at-bat, he grounded out to first base. Here he'll foul the second pitch of the at-bat off, and he falls behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes to B.Y. Choi. Coming a long way from Seoul, South Korea. He is Gabriel De Jesus, the speedy second baseman on first. Already stolen a bag once today. The 0-2 to B.Y. Choi will be popped up and playable down the third base line. And able to make the catch is Jordan Bond, and now one away in the top of the sixth. Gabriel DeJesus on first, and the double play in effect for the cleanup hitter, Riley Parker. Parker is 0 for 2 on his 2 at-bats today. Flew out to left field in his last at-bat. And here he looks at a fastball down the middle, hitting 86 on the gun as he falls behind 0-1 in the count. Hits even at 4 between these two clubs, as the score also tied at 1. As a check on the runner at first, Gabriel DeJesus back in time with nothing appearing doing. The 0-1 be popped out to center field, hustling in for its Redfield, and a diving catch from Joseph Redfield as he's able to make the second out of the inning. A shallow pop-up to center field that just had enough under it to allow Redfield to make the diving snag. He had one similar to that on opening night when he was playing left field. That was in the top of the 4th. So he's already had a workout through the first 2 games and, well, half of the 3rd. Up to the plate steps Evan Gilbert as he goes around. Thought about checking his swing, but couldn't hold back. So he falls behind 0-1 in the count with 2 away, and Gabriel DeJesus, the runner on first. He had the leadoff single into shallow left field. And the runner goes for second, and thinking better of throwing is Russell Young. So now a man in scoring position with 2 away and a 1-1 count to Evan Gilbert. The second steal of the game for Gabriel DeJesus and the second of the season for him as well. Gilbert up to this point in the game 0 for 2. He flew out to right field in his last at-bat. And he looks at a called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. Fastball got by him at 82. And the HarbourCats 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. The 1-2, well low and outside as the count draws even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck for the Port Angeles Lefties is Jesh Leckie, Ian Winterhalder, the designated hitter. Jesh Leckie in the hole, the left fielder for the Lefties, as a foul tip off home plate on the 2-2 keeps the count alive. Due up at the bottom of the 6th for your Victoria HarbourCats. It is going to be the 3-4-5 hitters. Joseph Redfield, who made that great diving catch at center field, will lead us off. Now the count 2-2 to Evan Gilbert with a man on second. 2 away here in the top of the 6th on a 1-1 ball game. And a ball that misses inside, and DeJesus will take the opportunity to advance to third. So he is just 90 feet away with a full count here and 2 out in the top of the 6th. Hudson Shoup, the man on the mound here for the HarbourCats. So far through 1 2/3. Gilbert steps out of the box, so Shoup will reset and regroup, and Gilbert back in the box ready to go. The payoff pitch. be grounded to third base, scooped up by Jordan Bond, and able to make the snag is Jake Skipworth at first base as the HarbourCats leave a runner stranded on third base as the Lefties aren't able to cash them in, and we'll head into the home half of the sixth with the Victoria HarbourCats tied at 1 with the Port Angeles Lefties. Victoria HarbourCats would like to take a moment now to thank their sponsors. Wilson's Transportation. Whenever I've been working with the Peninsula Panthers, been with them since 2017, we always take Wilson's buses up island for our road trips and haven't had an issue with them yet. They've been nothing but courteous. Actually, their bus driver, Bill Getty, one of their bus drivers, he actually does my color for the Panthers. Great guy. Gonna shout out Bill. I'd also like to thank Starlight Development, A&W, Peninsula Co-op, Rogers Cellular, Save On Foods, Dodds Furniture and Mattress, as well as BCLC. I'd like to thank all of them for their proud partnership with the Victoria HarbourCats. Trey Maker remaining on the mound here for the Port Angeles Lefties. He got the final out of the home half of the fifth. One pitch, one out, exactly what they were looking for as the HarbourCats were pressing. And leading things off for the Victoria HarbourCats will be Joseph Redfield. He's 0 for 2 with one strikeout today. He advanced to first on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. So he looks at a called strike one on the outside part of the plate to kick off the home half of the sixth inning. The 0-1 to Redfield, a big swing and a miss, and he falls behind in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Joseph Redfield. And he'll fly one out to center field, and that's easily handled out there by Derek Bowe as he recounts the first out of the inning. Now up to bat, the cleanup hitter, Jake Skipworth. 0 for 2 with a strikeout today.
Victoria HarbourCats, the first baseman, number 26, Jake Skipworth.
Skipworth looks at a called strike one. Now the 0-1 to Skipworth. Just misses the outside part of the plate. Was trying to get a backdoor slider to catch the far corner of the plate, but had no doing. 1-1, the count draws even. Maker tries the same pitch again. Can't get it to catch the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count shift to Skipworth. And the 2-1 misses outside as well to move the count to 3 balls, 1 strike for the big first baseman, Jake Skipworth, the East Vale, California native. And he'll look at a 4th ball as he'll trot his way down to first base. A 5-pitch walk for Jake Skipworth, and a runner on first here for the Victoria HarbourCats with 1 away in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now up to the plate steps Colton Moore. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game today. At the single in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Kickstart the lone offense that the HarbourCats have had today. He looks at a called ball 1. Maker checks the runner on first, and now the 1-0 just misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0, a big swing and a miss there from Colton Moore. He's got the lone home run of the year so far for the Victoria HarbourCats. That came in the bottom half of the 9th inning last night. A solo shot to left field that cleared that Wilson's Group Stadium banner and might have made someone's car a little less pretty. There the 2-1 misses outside, and the count moves 3 balls, 1 strikes to the designated hitter, Colton Moore. Skipworth, the man on first, drawing a walk in his at-bat. And the 3-1 fouled back behind home plate as the count draws full, 3-2. Of course, this is the final game of this 3-game series. The Lefties taking game 2 by a score of 9-6. HarbourCats taking 6-2. The opening day evening game as 3-2 pitch popped up to short, easily handled over there by Riley Parker as he records the second out of the inning. But yes, the HarbourCats with a 6-2 opening day win, in large part thanks to a big 5-run home half of the 5th inning where the HarbourCats blew the game wide open. It's a bit of the opposite yesterday for the HarbourCats as they just couldn't seem to stop the bleeding as the Port Angeles Lefties were able to get runs in 4 consecutive innings. Here is Skipworth is able to steal second, and the throw from the catcher goes over the head of DeJesus at second base, but Skipworth will hold at second. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 out and a 1-0 count. Clark Henry at the plate here for the Victoria HarbourCats. He counted for their lone run in this ball game today. He looks at a called strike on the outside part of the plate to draw the count even to 1-1. Man on scoring position in a 1-1 ball game. And the 1-1 pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count moves for Clark Henry. He grounded out to short in his last at-bat. And a fastball just misses inside to move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1, a big swing and a miss. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. And the count draws full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. And he thought it was outside, but it caught the outside corner. And that does it for the home half of the 6th. They leave Skipworth on second base as the HarbourCats aren't able to break the deadlock. We're still tied at 1 as we have been since the top of the 3rd. And we'll head to the top of the 7th with the Victoria HarbourCats and the Port Angeles Lefties in a good ball game. And now we have my favorite promo that the HarbourCats do. You can kind of guess what it is. They run super fast at each other in these big balls and try to knock over each other's posts. And this is why it's my favorite. Boing, boing, and Harvey likes to get in it too. Knock them on their head a little bit. That just looks like a fun time, even more than a promotion. That one guy doesn't care about the post. He's just looking to knock the other guy around some. Looks like a lacrosse game out there with all the body checking. So leading off for the Port Angeles Lefties in the top half of the 7th inning, it'll be the designated hitter, Ian Winterhalter. On deck, Jesh Leckie, and in the hole, the catcher, Alex Zhang. Things remaining the same for the HarbourCats. Hudson Shoup coming out for his 3rd inning of work. He's through 2 full and has allowed 1 hit and struck out 2. Those were the first 2 batters he faced. Things pretty even throughout this ball game. Hits both 4 apiece, runs both 1 apiece. This has been a very tight game through and through. Both teams have had opportunities, but neither been able to capitalize outside of the first couple of innings. And up to the plate steps Ian Winterhalter for the Port Angeles Lefties to get us going in the top of the 7th inning, and he swings and misses on strike 1. Winterhalter is 1 for 2 in the game up to this point. He had a single back in the 4th inning. He was left stranded on base, however. Here he goes swinging again and is now down 1-2 in the count. Hudson Shoup hitting 84 on the gun with that pitch, and now a grounder between short and third base leaks into left field, and it's going to be a leadoff single for Ian Winterhalter, his 2nd hit of this ball game. Now up to bat for the Port Angeles Lefties, Jesh Leckie. Leckie is 0 for 2 in the ball game up to this point. In his last at bat, he popped out to left field. And here he squares up for a bunt, but can't quite get connection on that, as that'll go for strike 1. The ball game yesterday, Leckie went 0 for 3, but reached base twice, both times coming around to score. He was walked once and hit by a pitch once. Here he fouls off the 2nd pitch of the at-bat to fall behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. None away in the top of the 7th with a runner on first. Ian Winterhalter with the single. Shoup checks the runner on first, and now the 0-2. Low in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. On deck, Alex Zhang, and then it circles back to the top of the order for the Lefties. Derek Bowe, Gabriel DeJesus, and B.Y. Choi. There, a liner into shallow center field. That'll drop down, and quickly 2 on here in the top half of the 7th for the Port Angeles Lefties. Back-to-back singles to kick off the inning, and they're in business with Alex Zhang stepping up to the plate. And I keep overlooking, for some reason, Will Isley at the bottom of the lineup. I think it's because Alex Zhang was the 9-hitter yesterday. I keep thinking after him it cycles to the top of the lineup. He's actually the 8-hitter today, so Isley is on deck, and then we go back to the top of the order. So my bad for not being able to read. But runners on first and second here. None away in the top of the 7th, and Alex Zhang up to bat. He's 0 for 1, but has reached on a walk, and he came around to score then. That's been the lone run that the Lefties have scored today. Here he looks at a called strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. To fall behind in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Check on the runner at second, and now the 0-1, a swing and a miss from Alex Zhang. He falls behind 0-2 in the count. In the game yesterday, Zhang 0 for 2, but drew 2 walks and came around to score both times. Here he's hoping for a bit more than a walk, but a pitch gets between the legs of the catcher, Russell Young, and both of the runners will advance. So now runners on second and third with none away in the top of the 7th, and the Lefties poised to maybe regain the lead. The count 1-2 to Alex Zhang with Will Isley in the on-deck circle. And the 1-2 will be grounded to second. They're going to look the runner back to third and take the out at first. So a grounder in the infield, not enough to score the run from third, and one away in the top of the 7th. And up to the plate steps Will Isley. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Now, if they're confident in him laying down a bunt, they could try a squeeze here. It's where, if you don't know what a squeeze is, basically you get the runner from third stealing and you lay down a bunt, so by the time that the ball's in play, the runner's practically home, and then there's just the force out at first. So you're able to do it with one away and runners on second and third, but first pitch of the at-bat for Isley will be fouled down the right field line and out of play. And there goes the mob of kids after the foul ball. 0-1, the count sits to Will Isley. And the 0-1, he takes that out to center field. Redfield will catch it, and they're going to send the runner from third home, and he'll get in, and it is a sacrifice fly for Will Isley that scores the runner from third, and the Port Angeles Lefties lead now 2-1.
Now batting for the Lefties, the center fielder, number 5, Derek Bowe.
And now we're back to the top of the order, and it'll be Derek Bowe stepping up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout today, but of course he had 5 walks in the 9-6 win yesterday and 2 walks in the opening day affair. Here he comes up to the bat. The top of the 7th, 2 out on a runner on second as he'll look at a ball low. Count moves, 1 ball, no strikes for Derek Bowe. His last at bat, he flew out to right field for the final out of the 5th inning. And here he swings and misses on strike 1. And the 1-1 misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. As we're in the top of the 7th inning in the 3rd game of this 3-game series against the Port Angeles Lefties. Victoria HarbourCats won game 1 6-2, fell 9-6 last night to the Lefties, and now trail 2-1 in the top of the 7th with 2 away and a runner on second. And the 2-1 misses inside to move the count 3 balls, 1 strike to Derek Bowe, who's looking to get a walk here in his 3rd consecutive ball game. And the 3-1 from Hudson Shoup catches the plate to move the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Gabriel De Jesus for the Port Angeles Lefties. He has 2 hits in the ball game and 2 stolen bases as well. And here Derek Bowe hit by a pitch, and that'll advance him to first base, and Gabriel De Jesus will step to the plate with runners on first and second. No one actively warming up in the HarbourCats bullpen. A couple guys out there stretching, but no one actively throwing right now, and doesn't look like there's any action in the Lefties' pen at the moment. De Jesus got a single on his last at bat, and he's 2 for 3 in the ball game today as he looks at a ball low in the dirt. 1-0, the count moves for Gabriel De Jesus. And now going to have a meeting at the mounds. They're coming out to chat with Hudson Shoup. Mark Petkovesk, your pitching coach for the Victoria HarbourCats, having a chat with his reliever. And then we'll take this time to remind you that the Victoria HarbourCats are back in action tomorrow, just not here. They're going to be up in Kelowna taking on the Falcons for a 3-game set before returning home to host the expansion Nanaimo Night Owls. They're under the same umbrella of ownership as this Victoria HarbourCats team is, so it'll be almost like a little mini homecoming, you could call it, even though they're from Nanaimo. Now the 1-0 be fouled off behind home plate by Gabriel De Jesus, and the count draws even. A 1 strike. Runners on first and second in the top of the 7th inning. The Lefties with a run in this half of the inning to take the 2-1 lead. Their first lead of the ball game. And the 2-1 will be sent into shallow left field, and they're going to wave the runner home. Trying to gun it there in time was the left fielder for your HarbourCats, Grady Morgan, but that got cut off at short, and now there's a chase down. They caught Bo trying to be sneaky, and they're going to get him out between the base paths, and it'll just be the one run that counts in this half of the inning, as Derek Bo was trying to advance to third and got caught in no man's land. He was tagged out in the chase down, and that second run that came across home doesn't count, as we are heading into the home half of the 7th inning with the HarbourCats down 2-1, and now the 7th inning stretch. Gotta say that the 7th inning stretch is a little bit more fun when you got 2,800 kids in attendance. My oh my, what the energy this stadium's been exuding all game today, and they're hoping for a little bit more to cheer about as their HarbourCats are down 1 entering the home half of the 7th inning.
Taylor from Ruth King Elementary.
The go-ahead run coming in the top half of this inning. Ian Winterhalter reached first on a single and came around to score on the Will Isley sacrifice fly. Leading things off in this half of the inning for your Victoria HarbourCats, it's the catcher, Russell Young, as the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the HarbourCats. Young is 1 for 2 so far today, as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-1 to Rung, driven into left field. That's going to land foul. So a little blooper in the left field, just couldn't quite stay fair, and the count falls, no balls, 2 strikes to Russell Young. Young grounded out to first in his last at-bat, and now finds himself behind 0-2 in the count. Now the 0-2 to Russell Young. That misses well outside. The count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Draymaker still on the mound here for the Port Angeles Lefties. He's through 1 1/3. He has walked 1 and struck 1 out. There, the 1-2 misses outside, and the count draws even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2, swing and a foul ball down the right field line will head out of play, and that's not going to be a souvenir for the kids. That's going to be an insurance claim.
I would also like to wish a happy birthday to Olivia.
And the 2-2 from Maker. Misses outside. The count's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Aiden Aguilar on deck for the HarbourCats, and Jordan Bond hitting out of the 9-hole. The 3-2 fouled off, and the at-bat remains alive here for Russell Young. And the payoff again. Fouled off back in behind home plate and out of play. And a big commotion of kids. I guess that one is in the stadium and playable, or catchable for these kids at least. A number of baseball mitts I saw these kids bring into the stadium. This makes me remember going to the park as a kid and always wanting to catch that foul ball. Here as Young looks at a called strike 3 for the first out of the home half of the 7th inning. And up to the plate will step Aiden Aguilar for the Victoria HarbourCats. He is 0 for 2 up to this point today.
Victoria HarbourCats, the second baseman, number 53, Aiden Aguilar.
In the first 2 games of this series, Aguilar went 1 for 6 with that 2 RBI single in the bottom half of the second yesterday. It's been his only hit so far of the series. He looks at a called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate and falls behind in the count, 0-1. And the 0-1, able to come across to the outside part of the plate. 2 strikes to Aiden Aguilar. It's Traymaker having himself an all right time on the mound here for the Lefties. And the 0-2, that'll be sent down the left field line. Looks to be fair, and it's plenty fair. Running inside the Lefties bullpen. Hustling after it, but not able to chase it down, was Jesh Leckie, the left fielder today for the Lefties. Count remains 0-2 to Aiden Aguilar. And the 0-2 misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. And the 1-2 misses inside as well. The count's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's on the Victoria HarbourCats second baseman. And the 2-2 fouled well out of play down the left field line.
I'm not sure what's going on, William, but stand up, yell, scream, make some noise.
Our PA guy here just said yell, scream, and make some noise. Most of the kids are. I think they're trying to find someone. But everyone's screaming and making noise, which is kind of the perk of having 2,800 kids out at the ballpark. And the 2-2 misses. Oh, it catches the outside part of the plate. And that'll ring him up as Aiden Aguilar goes down looking. I was looking at that from here. I wouldn't have swung in my head, but a great pitch from Trey Maker catches the outside part of the plate. And 2 away in the home half of the 7th inning. The HarbourCats trailing 2-1 to the Port Angeles Lefties in the 3rd game of this 3-game set. First pitch of the at-bat for Jordan Bond is a ball that misses outside. And the 1-0 to Jordan Bond. He'll line one foul down the left field line, well out of play. Count draws even to 1-1. And the 0-1 to Bond misses well outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jordan Bond. He is 0 for 1, but has reached base on a walk today. His last at-bat, he grounded out to short. Here, the 2-1 fouled off, and the count draws even. Oh, sorry, count draws full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I'm looking at the in-stadium scoreboard. They have 2 balls up. It is a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 will be popped straight up and playable. In to grab it is the pitcher. There we go. Trey Maker thought that the first baseman, Will Isley, was coming over to play it. Bit of miscommunication there, but they make the out and end the 7th inning with the HarbourCats down 1 to the Port Angeles Lefties. We're through 7 full, and it is a 2-1 Port Angeles Lefties lead over the Victoria HarbourCats.
They will be spinning 10 times around the bat before racing down the first base line to high-five party. The winner will receive HarbourCats tickets. Cats down, go!
Leading things off for the top half of the 8th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties will be B.Y. Choi. On deck is Riley Parker, in the hole Evan Gilbert. B.Y. Choi recorded the first hit of this ball game. It was a single to shallow left field with 2 out in the top of the first. He is 1 for 3 on the ball game today. And he'll look at a called strike 1 here to kick off the top of the 8th inning. And the 0-1 grounded to second. That'll be fielded by Aiden Aguilar and sent over to first base for the first out of the 8th inning. And up to bat will step Riley Parker, who came into today 4 of 6 with a double and 2 RBIs for this Port Angeles Lefties team. On the game today, he is 0 for 3. First pitch of the at-bat to Parker just misses the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. And the 1-0 will be lined down the left field line and land fair. And that's going to trickle into the corner, and Parker's going to head for second. And he'll hold up at second with the 1-out double. And now a runner in scoring position with one away in the top of the 8th inning, as Evan Gilbert will have an opportunity to cash him in.
Now batting for the Lefties, number 29, right fielder Evan Gilbert.
Gilbert is 0 for 3 in the ball game today. He grounded out to shortstop in his last at bat. First pitch of the at bat misses low for a ball. 1-0, the count sits for Gilbert. Parker, the runner on second, off the 1-out double down the left field line. Shoop checks the runner, and now the 1-0, a swing and a miss from Gilbert. Draws the count even. 1 on, 1 out with a 1-1 count. One misses the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike to Evan Gilbert, with an opportunity to extend the lead to more than 1 for the first time in this ball game. HarbourCats have led by 1, and now the Lefties leading by 1. As a swing and a foul tip in behind home plate draws the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes, with Parker, the runner, on second. And the 2-2 from Hudson Shoop. A swing and a miss from Evan Gilbert. He sits him down. And there's 2 away in the top half of the 8th. And up to the plate steps Ian Winterhalter. He is 2 for 3 and has come around to score. And he was the go-ahead run in the top of the 7th inning. Shoop checks the runner at second. First pitch of the at-bat catches the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike here for Ian Winterhalter. He was, of course, the starting pitcher for opening day for the Port Angeles Lefties. He went 4 innings full, allowing 2 hits, 3 earned runs, and walked 5 while striking out 3. We'll step out of the batter's box here, which will give us a brief moment to announce today's attendance. 4,591. They absolutely blew away opening day today. It was 2016, the attendance on opening day. More than double that here for School Spirit Day, and you can certainly feel the energy in the ballpark. It's been a great atmosphere all afternoon. A pitch to Winterhalter, fouled off, as that's going to be playable for these kids in the stands. And Buddy in the black shirt, very excited for his friend in the red shirt and the gray hat who's got a ball, and he's going to be showing mom and dad that later today, I'm sure. Counts 1-2 to Ian Winterhalter, and a chance to get out of the inning here for Hudson Shoop. And he's able to catch him looking on the outside part of the plate. And they get a runner in scoring position, but can't do anything with it as Riley Parker's left stranded on second base, and the HarbourCats head into the home half of the 8th, down a run, 2-1 they trail to the Port Angeles Lefties.
Fans, the HarbourCats have plenty of open opportunities to fundraise for your team or organization through our 50/50 program. If you are interested in
Welcome back, everyone. Live inside Royal Athletic Park, where the Victoria HarbourCats trail 2-1 to the Port Angeles Lefties in the third game of this three-game series. The team split the first two games, with the HarbourCats winning on opening night 6-2, and the Lefties winning 9-6 last night, and they're currently leading 2-1 with technically an inning and a half to go.
Rick on the street is now open. Rick on the street.
First pitch of the home half of the eighth misses outside for a ball. 1-0, the count sits. Leadoff hitter is the top of the order, Grady Morgan, as he swings and misses on strike one. Counts even to 1-1 for Grady Morgan. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout on the day today. And he looks at a pitch skip into the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Count moves for Grady Morgan. He had that big double off the left field wall in the bottom of the 5th inning in his last at bat. He was left stranded on base, wasn't able to come around to score. And a called strike on the inside part of the plate moves the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder, Grady Morgan. And the payoff will be fouled into the mesh. And we'll do it all over again. The count remains full to Grady Morgan. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a slider that catches the inside part of the plate. Catches Grady Morgan looking. He goes down on strikes, and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th with the HarbourCats down a run. And up to the plate steps Luke Chang. He is 1 for 3 on the ball game today. His last at bat coming in the bottom of the 5th. He grounded out to third base. Here he'll look at a ball as that misses the zone high. And Chang moves ahead in the count, 1-0. And the 1-0 misses the zone low. 2 balls, no strikes for Luke Chang. And there's some action going now in the Port Angeles Lefties bullpen. Warming up is Megumi Fukuda for Port Angeles. As a swing and a miss from Luke Chang moves the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Chang still ahead in the count. And the 2-1 to the HarbourCats shortstop. Fouled off behind home plate as the count draws even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 to Luke Chang will ding him in the shins. He'll get a free pass to first base. So a runner on first with 1 away in the bottom of the 8th. And up steps the 3-hitter for your HarbourCats, Joseph Redfield, who had that great diving catch out at center field.
To center fielder number 15, Joseph Redfield.
And now we're going to have a meeting here on the pitcher's mound, and you do wonder, with action in the bullpen, if this may be it for Trey Maker. Doesn't appear to be so at the moment. Again, it is Megumi Fukuda warming up in the bullpen for the Port Angeles Lefties. He saw some action in the opening day game. He pitched 1 inning full, striking out 2 and walking 1, not allowing a run in 1 inning of work.
At the end of the game, and we will direct you to when your bus is ready. So make sure you stay in your seat. If you are not on a bus, you may leave through the main gate. But if you are on a bus, you have to stay in
So
your
Trey
seat.
Maker looks to be staying in the ball game. The runner on first, Luke Chang, after he got dinged by a pitch in the shins. And Joseph Redfield, the man at the plate now for the Victoria HarbourCats. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout today. And on the first pitch, he'll pop one up behind second base. That's easily played by Gabriel DeJesus. And now there is 2 away in the home half of the 8th. HarbourCats down a run with a man on first.
Number 26, Jake Skipworth.
And now the cleanup hitter, Jake Skipworth, will step to the plate. And it looks like that might be it for Trey Maker. He gets through 3 full innings of work, striking out 4 and walking 1 on 11 batters faced. And into the game will come Megumi Fukuda for the Port Angeles Lefties. Fukuda attends New Mexico Military Institute. He's a native of Takarazuka, Japan. If you thought Seoul, South Korea was a long trek, well, Takarazuka, Japan might be further. I've never been to either country. I don't know how long the plane rides are. All I know is I think it's tomorrow there already. So Jake Skipworth will be the batter for the HarbourCats once Fukuda is done warming up. So in the 9-6 defeat the HarbourCats suffered to the Lefties yesterday, the HarbourCats had 6 RBIs on their 6 runs. If you look at the Port Angeles Lefties stats, they only had 3 RBIs. So 6 of those runs they scored yesterday unearned vis-a-vis the walks that they were able to conjure up. 15 total as a team yesterday. 5 alone from Derek Bowe, and every player in the lineup aside from Gabriel DeJesus was able to draw a walk, which is pretty impressive for Port Angeles, showing a lot of patience at the plate. Watching Fukuda warm up here, he's hitting the high 80s on the gun, so a power pitcher coming in and looking to pull off a 4-out save for the Port Angeles Lefties as they look to improve to 2-1 on this very young WCL season. And the Victoria HarbourCats will take this time during the pitching change to once more thank our sponsors, the Peninsula Co-op, Rogers Cellular, Save on Foods, Dodds Furniture and Mattress, BCLC, who I see a little bit more of when the NFL season starts up, A&W, Starlight Development, and Wilson's Transportation. Thank you for your fervent support of the Victoria HarbourCats. So far in this ball game, 6 hits for the Port Angeles Lefties, just 4 for the HarbourCats, and the lone error of the ball game being accredited to Port Angeles. Two out in the bottom of the 8th. Luke Chang, the runner on first base. At the plate, it's the cleanup hitter, Jake Skipworth, the first baseman. Skipworth is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout today as he grounds the first pitch down the third base line, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Couldn't ask for a much better start than that if you're Megumi Fukuda. As we'll head to the top half of the 9th inning, the HarbourCats down 2-1 to the Port Angeles Lefties.
All classes who have buses picking them up must remain in their sections until their bus has been called. Again, a reminder that at the end of the game, all classes who have buses picking them up must remain in their sections until their bus has been called.
BCLC is proud to be a part of communities across BC. From entertainment and great prizes to jobs and support for the tourism industry, the benefits of our business are province-wide. Every year, our players generate more than $1 billion for the province of BC, which is used to support healthcare, education, and community groups. Together, we play it forward.
Welcome back inside Royal Athletic Park as we're getting set for the top of the 9th inning as the Port Angeles Lefties lead the Victoria HarbourCats 2-1. And Hudson Shoup taking the mound for his 5th inning of work. He's through 4 full, has allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, one of which earned, and has struck out 4 as a grounder to third base as the throw shoot over the head of the first baseman, and Russell Young getting caught a little off balance, hustling behind Jake Skipworth to prevent the runner from advancing to second, but we'll have a leadoff base runner on first off the first pitch of the at-bat for the Port Angeles Lefties. That was Jesh Leckie at bat. Now it's the catcher Alex Zhang up to the plate for Port Angeles, as there's 1 on and none out in the top of the 9th. No action going on in that HarbourCats bullpen, so it looks like it's Shoup's show for now. Quick pitch out of the stretch, just misses the strike zone low. 1 ball, no strikes. The count sits for Alex Zhang. Isley with a nice lead off first. And the pitch grounded out to second. They aren't even going to worry about turning 2. They'll take the out at first. And there will be a runner in scoring possession with 1 out in the top of the 9th, as up next is the 9-hitter, Will Isley. Nice walk-up song, I gotta say. Surrender by Cheap Trick. I remember playing that on Guitar Hero when I was 8, but I digress. Runner on second, 1 away in the top of the 9th. Lefties with a 2-1 lead, and they'd like to get some insurance. That run currently on second base. That ball misses low. 2-0. The count moves for Will Isley. Top of the order due up next. Derek Bowe will be on deck. And that pitch misses low and wide. 3-0 the count shifts. HarbourCats have proved that they're capable of getting some late runs in. They were down 6 at one point yesterday, 9-3 entering the home half of the 9th, when they went ahead and put 3 on the board. They weren't able to complete the comeback, but if they're able to put 3 on the board in the bottom of the 9th today, if the score holds as is, that could potentially do it. As a strike finds the zone, count moves to 3-1. Now a chopper to shortstop. That'll be fielded and sent to first for the second out of the inning. The runner does advance to third, but more importantly, they get that second out, as Derek Bowe will make his way to the plate for the Port Angeles Lefties as we're back to the top of the order. Derek Bowe is 0 for 3 with a strikeout today. He squares up for a bunt. Interesting decision there, but pulls back. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. And a grounder to short. That'll be a tough play. Off balance throw, not able to get to Skipworth as that bounces by him. The run will score. Bowe advances to second, and that insurance run gets home. It is now a 2-run Port Angeles lead. That was a grounder that was right between the shortstop and the third baseman, and a very difficult play for Luke Chang to make. He made a pretty good throw given what he had to do, going basically completely against the balance as he was falling down, but not able to scoop it at first was Skipworth as the run comes across to score from third. And now Gabriel De Jesus, the batter for the Port Angeles Lefties, as he looks at a ball low and out of the zone. De Jesus is 3 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout in the ball game today. They're hoping he can cash in the runner on second with 2 out in the top of the ninth, as he looks at a called strike one to move the count even to 1-1. Shoop checks the runner at second. Not much doing. And now the 1-1. And that catches the outside corner of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Gabriel De Jesus, and the HarbourCats an opportunity to get out of the inning just down 2. And they'll fake tossing it back to second. Derek Bowe realized there was no one near the bag, so he didn't have to worry about getting back. As the 1-2 low and in the dirt draws the count back even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count sit for the second baseman for the Lefties, Gabriel De Jesus. He'll ground one to second base. That's fielded by Aiden Aguilar. He'll make the out, and the HarbourCats give up 1 in the top of the ninth to trail 3-1 to the Port Angeles Lefties, heading into the home half of the ninth inning. They'll need a late rally here to get back in this ball game. They got 3 in the bottom of the ninth yesterday, and that would send the fans home happy if they're able to do so today.
We are here for Leopold's player of the game. Claudia, we have a selection of 2 players. I want you to pick one for today. We got either our relief pitcher, number 3, Hudson Sheep, or our shortstop, number 2, Luke Chang, for our player of the game. We can have you pick. And then give you a gift card to Leopold's at the end of it. Does that sound good? Great. Your Leopold's player of the game tonight, number 3, Hudson Sheep.
A reminder, fans, the HarbourCats and these Lefties, listen. Our next game is next Tuesday against the Nanaimo Night Owls.
All right, quick scoring adjustment to make. Was just chatting with the scorekeepers here beside me, and that run that came across in the 7th inning when Derek Bowe got stuck in that chase down, it did count, so it is actually a 4-1 ball game. No one up here was all that sure if the run counted, so we were showing 3-1, and we have gotten word that that run did count, so it is now a 4-1 ball game. The Lefties leading as Megumi Fukuda to stay on the mound for Port Angeles and try to pull off the 4-out save attempt. Up to bat first here for the Victoria HarbourCats. It's the designated hitter hitting out of the 5 spot today, Colin Moore. And he had a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. If he can repeat that today, he can shrink the lead down to 2 as the leadoff batter. First pitch from Fukuda's got gas on it, 89 on the gun, low in the dirt, but a swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1 from Fukuda. And quickly behind in the count, 0-2 is Moore. And Moore sends a grounder down the third baseline. That'll be fielded, sent to first for the first out of the home half of the 9th inning. And the HarbourCats are down to just 2 outs remaining.
Henry.
Clark Henry to bat now for the HarbourCats. He is 0 for 3, but has reached base and come around to score in the ball game. Here he looks at a ball and goes ahead in the count, 1-0. And the 1-0. This is high of the zone, bounces off Alex Zhang's mitt in behind home plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The count sit Clark Henry. And the 2-0 will be sent out to center field. And under it to make the catch is Derek Bowe for the second out of the 9th inning. And the HarbourCats are down to their final out. And a 3-run hole to overcome.
Victoria HarbourCats, the catcher, number 13, Russell Young.
Up to bat and hopefully keep this game alive for the HarbourCats is the catcher, Russell Young. He is 1 for 3 with a strikeout so far today. And he'll look at ball 1, low and inside. Again, the HarbourCats back in action tomorrow against the Kelowna Falcons, the start of a 3-game set before they return home against the Nanaimo Night Owls. And then once that series is completed, they will be hosting the Kelowna Falcons in a 3-game set. It's a busy June at home for these HarbourCats. 17 home games in the month of June, 12 in the month of July. There's a chopper sent to second base, and that will do it. The Port Angeles Lefties take 2 of the 3-game set against the Victoria HarbourCats, winning 4-1 here in the morning affair. It was a 1-1 game through 3, and it wasn't until the top of the 7th when the deadlock was finally broke, and the Lefties will improve to 2-1 on the year. They'll head home to take on the Kamloops North Paws tomorrow for the start of a 3-game set. Victoria will get set to travel up to Kelowna. That series gets underway tomorrow night. The HarbourCats are back home here on June 7th. We'll be live on YouTube. I don't know if we got Shaw TV for that game, but nonetheless, we thank you for tuning in to this Victoria HarbourCats matinee affair where they fell 4-1 to the Port Angeles Lefties. We'll be back on June 7th when they take on the Nanaimo Night Owls.